Welcome to Celestial Dew, a space where we explore our inner world, where storytelling and spiritual tools deepen our connection to ourselves and the universe. My name is Rocio Celeste, and this is my soulmate and constant companion, Nuga Cosmico. We are here to share our experiences and open a space for insights and transformation. So, settle in, take a deep breath, and let's begin this journey inward. In today's episode, we are going to explore something that affects how we speak, how we express ourselves, how we create, and how we connect: the throat chakra. If you don't know what a chakra is, they are energy centers, main energy centers in our bodies. So we have different chakras, secondary chakras on our hands, on our ears, in different parts of our bodies and outside of our physical body, above, below our feet, and above our head. But for now, we are focusing on the main energy centers of our physical body, which are called chakras. Chakras like a wheel in Sanskrit. And I have a past episode where I talked about the solar plexus, which is the third chakra. You can go back and look at it. These are the 7 main energy centers of our physical bodies. We are going to be focusing on the 7 main chakras. In particular, the 5th chakra, which is the throat chakra, also known as Vishuddha. Vishuddha is in Sanskrit, and it means especially pure, or the center of purity. And if you can see it here, let me get closer. It's this one. As I said, the 5th chakra, it's also called Vishuddha, is located at the throat. Its color is blue. Its element is the sound. It's the ether. And it's associated with our vocal cords, our neck, our mouth, our shoulders, and the thyroid gland. This chakra governs truth, expression, integrity, and communication. Once I heard a quote that said, "The throat chakra is where your inner world meets the outer one." So when it's balanced, you speak clearly, you listen well, and you express creatively. When your throat chakra is blocked, you fear speaking up, you feel misunderstood, you lie often, you suffer from sore throats or thyroid imbalance. And there are signs of imbalance. There are physical signs, emotional signs, and energetic signs that our throat chakra is either out of balance or blocked. For example, if you have a blocked chakra, you will experience fear of public speaking. You will have trouble expressing your thoughts. You might have sore throats or thyroid issues. You may experience social anxiety or secrecy or lying. You might feel misunderstood or unheard. All those things are signs of an imbalanced throat chakra. But the good news is that we can balance it. We can unblock this energy center so that it flows. Because what happens is when one chakra is out of balance, that creates an imbalance in the rest of our chakras. Think of invisible wheels that are going around in your physical body. These are energy centers. They all need to be balanced in order for the rest of them to be in alignment, for them to function properly. So if we have the throat chakra out of balance, very likely all of the other ones are going to be malfunctioning or not completely in alignment. You can also have an overactive throat chakra. And some of the signs of that is that you tend to talk too much, or you tend to interrupt when others are speaking, or you like to dominate conversations, or you tend to gossip. or when you're being overly critical or blunt, all those are signs that your Vishuddha is overactive. The thing is, we don't want to have like a blocked chakra, but we also don't want to have an overactive chakra. We want to have a balanced Vishuddha. We want to have a balanced fifth chakra, throat chakra. What causes us to have a blocked chakra? Many things. Many things can cause us to have a blocked fifth chakra, a blocked throat chakra. It can come from fear, from trauma, from social pressure. If you couldn't be authentic, if you couldn't be emotionally honest because it made other people uncomfortable, or if you liked singing when you were little, if you liked just playing, if you were loud and people told you to be quiet, that you were too much. So there are so many things that can cause you to have a blocked Vishuddha. Even older, if you were in a relationship and there were things that you couldn't say to someone and you haven't said to them, you're holding it in. And you holding that in is causing you to have a throat chakra that is blocked. So I invite you to think of a way that you can say it in a loving way to that person. You can write a letter. You can visualize talking to them before you approach them. I know I had a very, very, very blocked throat chakra my whole life. I've shared this in other videos where I wasn't like considered a normal kid because I never played with the other kids. I never talked when I was in kindergarten. Like my teacher and everybody, like the principal, they thought there was something wrong with me because at recess time and even in the classroom, I will just stand in the corner like this. I was so afraid. I never participated in the activities, like when it came to singing, when it came to playing, when it came to just normal things that any 4-year-old, 5-year-old is supposed to do. I was always just in my corner, like on the playground at recess time. Same thing, I will just stand in the corner like this. People will approach me, people will come talking to me, they will like try to drag me to go play with them, and it will terrify me. And I couldn't speak. I couldn't. Like my teacher tried to force words out of me. And I was physically incapable of doing it. The whole year went by and my teacher just never heard my voice. I could not say yes. I could not say no. There was something very, very strong holding my voice. I was able to talk at home, like with my younger siblings, but in public, it was just like so terrifying. And I never really knew why. That's just who I was. And my dad claimed that I was normal. So the school teachers and the principals gave my dad like a tape recorder, like some sort of machine, something that existed 30 years ago, in order for him to record my voice at home, because they didn't believe that I was able to speak. And at home, like I remember that exercise because I was talking to my younger brother and sister. I was talking to them. I remember I was teaching my brother the numbers. I was teaching him to count from 1 to 20 and something like that. And I was like hearing my voice and talking to him. And then the next day, apparently, I don't know this, but the next day, they brought the tape to the school teachers and the principals, and my dad said, "You see, she's normal. She can speak. She's able to talk." And they listened to the tape, and it's like, "Well, is that Rocio? Is that Rocio?" We can't believe. And apparently, like my parents were still together at the time. I mean, things were not easy at home. My parents were still together. It was like the year before they got divorced, and there were some challenging times. So that might have contributed to me being just really withdrawn and really like reserved, and just might have, who knows. But the thing is that I was just very blocked. I could not speak. And so apparently when like the teacher heard my voice, it's like, is that Rocio? Wow, she started crying. She could not believe it. Not only because I was able to speak, to like articulate words, but also because she had never heard my voice in the entire year, in the whole year. Like when I was in kindergarten, like, what? I cannot believe that's Rocio. And like tears were coming down her eyes, because like they saw that I was like, she saw another side of me that she had never seen in the classroom the entire school year. They knew that I wasn't like retarded or anything, because I did all my homework and all my work. I just wouldn't speak. I just wouldn't talk. I never played. I never talked to the kids. I never sang. I never participated. And there's one thing that I do remember is when I learned to tie my shoelaces. I was 5 and I was very proud of myself because I knew how to tie my shoelaces. And in the classroom, we had like a shoe on the wall. And every day the teacher will say, who wants to come tie the shoe today? And the kids will raise their hand and they will go, like the teacher will pick one kid each day and the kid will go and tie the shoelace. The day that I learned how to tie my shoelace, I was very, very, very proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. And that day, I had decided that I was going to raise my hand. I didn't have to speak to say that I wanted to tie the shoelaces. All I had to do was raise my hand and the teacher will pick me and I will go to the wall and tie the shoelace without me saying a single word. But you know what happened? Something really sad happened. Is that the next morning, like I had told my mom, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna tie the shoelaces. I'm gonna tie the shoe at school. And she said, okay. And she like encouraged me. So I remember very clearly the next morning when I got dropped off at school, she told me, don't forget to tell your teacher. And I was like, very, very, very excited and very happy and very proud of myself. I felt like a big kid. And I overheard my teacher asking her, what is she gonna tell me? And my mom told her, oh, that she learned to tie her shoelaces and she's going to wanna participate today in tying the shoelace. She said, okay. And because I heard their conversation, I said, oh, okay, well, maybe my mom's trying to make it easier for me. But at the same time, I felt like she took the initiative away from me because she didn't let me just show my teacher that I was willing and ready to raise my hand, that I was willing to participate, and that I felt like, oh my God, like a grown-up. So guess what? When that time of the day came, where my teacher said, okay, time to tie the shoelaces on the wall. Who wants to do it? I never raised my hand. The rest of the year went by and I never raised my hand because I assumed that my teacher was going to pick me, or she was going to ask me, oh, how about you, Rocio? Do you want to try? Like your mom told me you can do it, or something like. But because I had heard them, I knew that my teacher knew. I thought, oh, she's going to ask me. Or like I don't have to raise my hand because she knows she's going to ask me if I want to, or she's automatically going to pick me and say, how about you, Rocio? You do it. I would have gotten up, gone straight to the wall, tied the shoelace, and come back to my place. But I never did. For once, because I felt betrayed that my mom told my teacher when I had said that I was the one that wanted to do it. But because my teacher knew me, and she knew that, I see it now, 30 years later, I see it now. Okay, my teacher knew that I wasn't willing to speak. Like, even if something belonged to me and someone took it away from me, I was never able to speak up and say, hey, that's mine. I wasn't able to say, that's mine, or give it to me, or yes, this is nothing. I always let others get away with things just because I wasn't able to speak. And that's probably why now looking back and thinking, okay, why did they do that? I felt so betrayed. I was like a 5-year-old, so proud of herself that just like wants to show her teacher how much she has grown and how much she has learned. But I was never able to Because one, I felt like my mom had betrayed me. She took my initiative away. Two, if my teacher knew, why didn't she pick me? Why didn't she ask me? Every single morning, I waited for my teacher to tell me, okay, come. But maybe she was waiting for me to speak up or to raise my hand, or maybe she did, or maybe who knows? Maybe she didn't want to make me feel uncomfortable, but I didn't look at it. I felt like she was punishing me, that she was forcing me to raise my hand or to say me, like all the other kids. And it was always the same kids. Every now and then there was like a new kid that I learned and I was proud and will go to the wall. And I never did. The whole year went by. And I never went. And I will never forget that. I will never forget that I missed that opportunity. And it was a big milestone for me. I know it probably sounds like, oh my God, it's not a big deal. But to a 5-year-old, it is a big deal. And then things happen in my life, like I moved to another country, my parents got divorced. All of elementary school, same thing. I never interacted with the kids. I never interacted with my classmates. I never played. I was always just like standing in the corner. When I turned 12, something happened in my life. Something got triggered in me. And that's when I started speaking. I was already in middle school. And I remember I started like wanting to like interact and wanting to socialize and just speaking, but like with only one person. That's how I started, just like talking to only one person. And we had to be like alone. I had to do a lot of work for me to overcome the obstacle of not speaking. And I don't know if it comes from a past life. I don't know if it has to do with me like being burned at the stake as a witch, or there are so many things that might have happened that have happened in my past lifetimes, or maybe it's just in this lifetime I had to work on that, and that's one of the things that I had to overcome, the fear of speaking up. Me sitting here right now talking to you is a miracle. I don't know how I did it to get from me being so paranoid of speaking to being here talking to you today. So if someone had a blocked 5th chakra, a blocked throat chakra, it was me. And if I could do it, you can do it too. And one of the things that I really want to emphasize on is that at first, when your throat chakra is getting unblocked, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's part of the process. Don't expect to have a very blocked or imbalanced throat chakra and want to start singing opera all of a sudden. No, it's a process. And when you're starting to unblock it, sounds are gonna come out. I have had to vomit. I have had to scream. I have had to cry. I have had to do so many things in order for me to be able to unblock it. And it's not quiet 100% unblocked. There are still things that, oh my God, I'm thinking, oh my God, why am I still blocked? What is this throat chakra preventing me from doing? So many things. But the point is not to wait until you are 100% healed or 100% ready. No. You know how you get ready? You get ready by doing it. Facing that fear and doing it. Of course, you have to have a safe container where you, little by little, you take those baby steps. And little by little, you start speaking up. I've done years and years and years of Tantra, years of retreats, years of so much healing in order for me to sit here. 5 years ago is when I started my whole healing journey. I left my ex, who was one of the main keys in my life for me to say, okay, something is not quite right in my life. Maybe I should make a change. I mean, it wasn't as easy as it sounds. It was like more painful and more terrifying and more horrible than that. But I will save that story for a later episode. Now we're focusing on our throat chakra. The reason I was sharing my story about the shoelaces in kindergarten, it's because that's just one example of one of the many, 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 many opportunities that I missed by not being able to speak, by not being able to talk. I mean, biologically, I was. But socially, it's like I couldn't. Like, if somebody tried to make me talk, I will just vomit. As a 3-year-old, as a 4-year-old, as a 10-year-old, I will just like throw up. And I always threw up. This is how impossible it was for me to speak. And people have told me different things. People have told me that what I had was selective mutism. It's something that dies in adolescence. You can only speak in places and with people where you feel very nurtured. And I didn't have a lot of nurturing environments growing up. It was just me and my younger brother and younger sister. Like, I had to like take care of my 2 younger siblings after my parents got divorced. So I had no choice but to speak. Like, I had to talk to, I was the one, like, I loved teaching them. Like, when my sister was learning to write cursive at 6 years old, like, she had trouble. Like, she had like a really difficult time learning to write cursive. And I would like find ways to learn, like, to make it playful, make it fun, so that it didn't feel like it was difficult, but it felt more like a game. And she still remembers that. She told me like not long ago, I remember when I couldn't write the S in cursive. I'm like, wow, yeah. So I was able to talk when I had to, and it impacted her. And also my brother, same thing. Like, he had trouble with numbers at 8 years old. Like, I had to tie his shoelaces when he was 8. I mean, I learned when I was 5. He learned when he was 8. Every kid is different, right? Going back to why our throat chakra is blocked, I share that kindergarten example when I learned to tie my shoelaces, and then like my mom like betrayed me by telling my teacher, not letting me tell my teacher. And because she had told her, I was never motivated to tell her. Like, I was shy, I was reserved, and the one thing that I was willing to do was taken away from me, and I never did it. Okay, I will get over that one day, I promise. One day I will get over that. But for now, I'm here to tell you all that no matter what it is that you want to do or say, it is possible for you to do it. All you have to do is make sure that your throat chakra, your Vishuddha, is not blocked. And there are so many ways. I mean, expression is not only verbal expression. It can be dancing, it can be writing, it can be drawing, it can be painting, it can be so many different ways of expressing yourself. But if your throat chakra is out of balance, you are going to have trouble sitting down and painting. You are going to have trouble getting up and dancing. Because it all comes from that willingness and ability to be able to express, to be able to talk, to be able to speak your truth. I remember when I was younger, like in my college years, like I always wanted to participate in like groups where singing was involved, but I couldn't, because even if like I was already very social as a teenager in my college years, I had friends and I was very, very social. there were things that I couldn't participate in, like singing, for example, because it required using my voice, and my voice was just so ugly. And when people will look at me like, why is she even here? And it was just so embarrassing because, like, yeah, what am I even doing here? Like, I don't belong here. Like, all these people have beautiful voices and they have the perfect pitch and they can sing. And here I am with my very blocked Vishuddha, very blocked throat chakra, that my voice cannot even come out. I'm not exaggerating. That's literally how I sounded. So I am sharing this true story with you. I am getting naked in front of you. It's like my soul is getting naked. I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm not embarrassed anymore to say that I never spoke. Like, I couldn't speak growing up, other than with like my 2 younger siblings and my dad when he was around. But outside of that, like, if someone came, I became mute. I'm not exaggerating. I don't know what my issue was. I don't know what my problem was. But I'm very grateful that I overcame that. And I am here speaking to you today. It's not easy, like, unblocking that level of imbalance in your throat chakra. Like, if I had been like a kid who like was like really like loud and like singing, okay, yeah, oh, okay, it would be quiet. But I was like quite the opposite, just in the corner like this. And people will come talk to me. Oh, hi, how are you? And I would just go. Like, I was afraid of everybody. And like, if someone told me to sit somewhere or stay somewhere, I will sit there. 10 hours could go by. If they didn't tell me to move, I wouldn't move. I wouldn't move. I was like frozen. Like, flies could be like flying around me, bothering me. Mosquitoes could be bothering me the whole time. And I would just be like this, waiting for someone to tell me that I could like get up and leave or move. I was not able to say, hey, I need to move. Hey, this is bothering me. Hey, oh, I'm getting out of here. No, because I didn't have the voice. I didn't have the strength, the force, the power to say, or to just simply get up and like start like doing something else. No. And like I was saying, when I was like in my college years and I wanted to participate in singing, for example, or in activities that involved expression and involved my voice, sometimes I did when it involved like speaking, but when it came to singing, people would look at me like, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I shouldn't be here. And it's sad. It's sad because now I realize how much I like singing now. And I didn't know that it was something that I really liked until I started like healing and I started like exploring my inner world and I started like discovering who I am. Like, who am I? Who am I? Why am I here on planet Earth? And singing and expression and using my voice is one of the things that I'm here to do. I don't know how, I don't know for what purpose, but I had to work on unblocking that throat chakra. If someone knows what it means to have a blocked chakra, a blocked throat chakra, it's me. And one of the things that I really like, I want to repeat is that when you start working on unblocking, on balancing your throat chakra, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be uncomfortable. It might even be painful. And it might be a lengthy process. It's not going to happen overnight. But I promise you, it will be worth it. And the world needs your voice. The world needs you to express, whether it's through singing or dancing or writing or talking. You are needed. Your expression is needed. And we are going to work on balancing that Vishuddha, balancing that throat chakra. One of my favorite things to do that, it's by chanting the Vishuddha mantra. Vishuddha, fifth chakra, throat chakra mantra, which is Ham, H-A-M, Ham. And if you want to, we can do it together right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna sit up straight with our back straight, and we are going to visualize a blue color, the color blue, and we're going to bring all our awareness, bring all your attention to your throat, to your neck area. Bring it here. You're not needed anywhere else. This is a time for you, a moment for you. Take a deep breath, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Now bring all your attention to your throat. Visualize a bright blue light spinning slowly, spinning, spinning, spinning slowly. With every inhale, it grows clearer. With every exhale, it releases tension or fear. Once again, inhale, and that blue light around your neck, around your throat, becomes more clear. With every exhale, you release tension, fear, worry, stress, embarrassment, shame, guilt, anything that might be preventing you from having a balanced throat chakra. Deep breath in. And exhale. Fear, tension is getting released. Do it once again. You want to do it with us? Show them your throat chakra. Show them your throat chakra. Once again. Now we're going to add the ham sound, which is the seed sound of the throat chakra, like I mentioned, H-A-M. We're going to chant it for a couple of minutes together, and then we're going to sit in silence to gently come back. Ready? Bring all your awareness to your throat and visualize a blue light, a blue energy center. Visualize a blue wheel spinning around your neck, around your throat. We're gonna do it again, non-stop.
And you can go on and on for minutes, even hours doing this. You don't need to. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. Especially at the beginning. I can tell you that doing 1 minute of this mantra, 1 minute nonstop, 2 minutes, is very, very effective, very potent. Don't be surprised if you start burping, if you start coughing, if it makes you want to throw up, if it makes you burp, if it makes you cough, if it makes you icky here or here. It's totally normal. It's part of the process, and it's a good sign. It's a good sign that something is getting cleared. You're cleansing this whole area energetically, and you're doing a great job. So I encourage you to keep trying. Don't be like, oh my God, no, this is uncomfortable, this is painful. You need to face it. Going through that phase, when you face it, like if you burp or you cough or you scream or you vomit, it's excellent news, because it means that it's working and something is getting cleansed. And then you will be able to connect to that, have a very clear channel. Think of it like a tube or a hose that's clogged. No water comes out of the hose if it's all clogged. But if you start cleaning it inside, the water flows freely, right? The fluid comes faster and natural. But same with our throat chakra. If our Vishuddha is blocked energetically, all this fear and all this shame and all this guilt and all this worry and all of these emotions that are causing our Vishuddha, our fifth chakra, to be blocked, well, guess what? Our communication is not going to flow freely. Our expression is not going to be the way we want it. We are going to be as we mentioned earlier, either gossiping or lying or keeping secrets or interrupting people when they talk or wanting to dominate the conversation, or so many different ways of having a blocked chakra or overactive chakra. But if we have a balanced throat chakra, you're going to thrive. If you have a balanced chakra, I guarantee you are going to feel happier, because you are going to be able to set boundaries, to say no, to say yes when you really mean yes, and no when you really mean no. You're going to speak your truth. Another way that we can unblock our throat chakra is by journaling. If you keep a journal to express what you can't say, it will help you a lot, because at least you're letting it come out. You're saying, this bothers me, this makes me really angry, this annoys me. At least you're letting it out. Journal is an excellent way. Singing or doing voice exercises like we just did, excellent way. The hum mantra, try it. Hum. You will be surprised. The things that start to clear. Also,
I like to use crystals. I have the lapis lazuli here, which is great for the Vishuddha. This works really great. Sometimes when I meditate, I like to lie down and put it on my throat, or hold it in my left hand, which is a receiver end, and meditate with it. You can also hold it while you're chanting the mantra. Hum, hum. That's another way. Or simply you can carry it with you. Put it like wear as a necklace, or as a bracelet, like if you have a bracelet. I also have this other crystal, which is blue lace agate. It's also excellent for the throat chakra and expressing our truth. Just like to work with what's this one? This is blue lace agate. It's excellent. Same thing. Could put it on your throat chakra and visualize all the properties of the crystal helping you to unblock your throat chakra and to balance it. It's not only about unblocking it, but about keeping it balanced. And it's something that needs to be practiced constantly on a regular basis. It's not like, oh my God, I work on unblocking my fifth chakra or my first chakra or my third chakra and that's it for life. I'm good for life. No, it's like everything, right? It's like practicing personal hygiene, but at an energetic level. So it's practicing energetic hygiene. It's like making sure you're pruning, making sure you're keeping things tidy and clean on your energetic field. It's like when you wash your clothes and you take a shower to keep your physical body clean. We need to do the same with our energetic body, right? Keeping it clean, keeping it like free from negative thoughts and emotions and energies that are not serving us, so that our physical vessel can navigate this physical reality with ease, so that we can thrive, so that we can like glide through life. You are so powerful, and you are a divine being that is here to express your true self, to be authentic. So I invite you to use all these things. You can also try tea, herbal teas, like licorice root, peppermint, or chamomile. Drinking chamomile, drinking peppermint tea, and setting the intention that it's helping you with your throat chakra, with your Vishuddha. Remember the power of intention. Everything is the meaning you give it, right? So try for yourself. And last but not least, essential oils. Eucalyptus, lavender, frankincense. If you have a bath, put some drops in your bath and set the intention to work on your Vishuddha, work on your fifth chakra, or visualize the oils helping you. Or if you have a diffuser, put it in a diffuser. And when you inhale, you're like, okay. Also do affirmations as you're doing any of these things, either the bath or the diffuser or the tea. Repeat affirmations. For example, I'm going to hold this in my hand. Repeat affirmations. I invite you to repeat. I speak my truth freely and openly. I speak my truth freely and openly. I speak my truth freely and openly. My voice matters. My voice matters. My voice matters. Bring all your awareness here. I communicate with clarity and love. I communicate with clarity and love. I communicate with clarity and love. Those are just examples. You can come up with your own sentences, with your own phrases. Whatever it is that resonates with you. Trust your inner guidance. Trust that wisdom that's in you, waiting to be awakened, waiting to be seen. These are only some examples that I'm giving you to heal holistically. Remember, you are already whole. We just need to tweak some things here and there to make sure you are living your most wonderful life, so that there are no blockages, so that there are no fears and limitations, because we're not here to live a limited life. We are here to live a very expansive human experience. Remember, the throat chakra is your energetic voice. Balance it through awareness, voice, and truth. When you speak from a clear throat chakra, you uplift others too. Some prompts that you can use for your journal are: what truths have I not expressed? What fear holds me from speaking? When do I feel most heard? Speak. No one's going to judge you. Just write. Journal away. If you need to write 10 pages, dedicate that time to yourself. This week, I challenge you to say one thing you have been holding in. Gently, honestly, and lovingly. Perhaps it's a friend that did something or said something that annoyed you, and you kept it to yourself because you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you were never allowed to speak up, to speak your truth. Give yourself permission to do it now. Try this. Try the mantra and let me know how it goes. Thank you for tuning in to this soulful journey. Thank you for staying with me in Nuga Cosmico. He definitely has a very balanced throat chakra. One day, I will let you hear him bark. When he barks, people are very surprised that he is very kind and very nice and very intelligent, very gentle. When he barks, you wouldn't believe the power that's in his voice. Wow. It's very amazing. Yes. We're talking about you. I'm talking about you. Yes. One day you will let them hear your voice, right? So far you have been very quiet. It's because we're indoors. Outdoors is different. Outdoors he's I get to speak my truth, and he barks away. It's so wonderful. So thank you for tuning in. Stay connected to your truth. Keep your voice open, and I will see you in the next episode. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Say bye to the camera. Right there. Say bye. Bye. Okay, ciao.